Well, I've been demoted to the spare bedroom tonight because I've actually got an online course. I'm not out and about on the roads this evening, so I'm in the spare room doing this video very, very briefly indeed because I have to be online in about 10-15 minutes. Very quick update with regards to the models for next week. Of course, there is a lot of people now jumping on the whole scenario of a beast from the east for next week. Still a lot of uncertainty, folks, with regards to the behaviour of what goes on over Eastern North America, how amplified the pattern becomes, how strong. We know that the high pressure over the UK is going to build over the weekend coming up to probably the kind of high 1040s in millibars, so a pretty strong area of high pressure. And it's where that area of high pressure goes to after it builds over the UK late weekend and early next week that's going to be critical. Some of the models, including even the latest run of the GFS, kind of shifting it a little bit further east as opposed towards Scandinavia. But this is what we're up against. This is the CFSV2 weeklies, upcoming 7-day period, warmer than normal, as you can see, particularly so across northern Scotland. If you notice, Scandinavia, Eastern Europe, colder than normal further south. Week 2, you can see here, it's not buying into any kind of beast from the east, if you will. The period between the 9th and the 16th of February looks like this here. If we look at the GFS ensemble, you can see here that the 6 to 10 day period is below normal. So this is the upcoming 5-day period, warmer than normal. And then as we see the area of high pressure shift further north and east, we've got the building cold across much of Europe here. As that high lifts up towards Scandinavia, we're starting to pull in air from Russia, and that is why we're starting to see the temperatures coming down. So that's quite interesting to see. Looking at the, this is offweathercharts.com, and you can see here this is the overview chart. Latest run, of course, as the polar vortex within the troposphere, not the stratosphere, troposphere drops southeast into New England this weekend, then that has downstream effects on our part of the planet because we deepen the trough over the North Atlantic, build a ridge over the UK, and you can see exactly what takes place. It would help if I can get the right time frame. So deep area of low pressure pushing up towards Iceland, as you can see here, area of high pressure that builds as we progress. Now it's actually not so much this high here, but it's actually this high here. They both join forces to pump the high into the 1040s and millibars. You can see here 1048 by the time we reach 9 a.m. on Sunday. So it's late weekend. It looks as if that strengthens and peaks. Like I say, it's as we go into next week, the question mark becomes exactly where that area of high pressure positions itself. Now notice here at the moment the GFS has it over central portions of Europe here. So that remains to be seen what kind of air mass we get from the east. If we look at the 850 temperatures, and we'll go back to the current setup here, if it will allow me to do it. It doesn't look as if it's going to, but yeah, so basically this is during the course of tomorrow, cold air coming into Eastern Europe, as you can see here. Then there's that area of high pressure, cold on the east side, milder on the west side, and then as we progress through the course of next week, this is of course the golden question. You can see here cold air at 850 traveling east to west, but you notice here that there is a fight, there is a resistance now going on by the time we reach the end of next week here with the Atlantic. So a lot of uncertainties with regards to the outcome overall. This is the ECMWF run, and let's see what that is showing here as we progress through the course of the weekend and then the next week. So it sees area of high pressure building into the UK. Down comes that colder over eastern portions of Europe here as we progress into next week. It doesn't look as if the ECMWF is buying into it as much as the GFS. It does have cold air trying to come in from the east, but notice here that it also has cold air coming in from Atlantic air coming in from the west here. So listen, long way out still a lot of competing factors to contend with. So just keep it right here on my YouTube channel. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned. Very interesting week coming up next week. Even if it doesn't happen, it's still interesting to see that the models are showing these different scenarios. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Hopefully see you again tomorrow with more. Bye for now.